Do you post on the internet asking other people to verify your real estate deals? The real reason behind that is that you don't trust your own numbers and you're trying to outsource your confidence. Today, by watching this video, you will get a 3-minute yes or no test to determine if a deal is good or bad. So if I gave you my numbers, would you be able to tell me if this is a good deal or not? For you, for somebody else? If not, we have some homework to do. Because every single transaction, there are two parts. There's the numbers and rules. This is a skill set problem. And this thing here is a clarity issue. So you have to kind of have a conversation with yourself and understand what is that truly matters to you. Now, your neighbor, not the most successful guy on the internet, it does not matter. You got to make sure that you know yourself what your values and rules are, how to fix it. So there's 2 steps. Step number 1 is to fix your numbers. Many people call their friendly real estate agent to determine the value of the property or ask one contractor to give them a bid. And then they post on the internet asking other people to verify it. They're, yeah, my value is 900K. And it sounds too good to be true because it actually is. So the first step is about getting better. How did I do it when I started 16 years ago? The first step I did was that I understood that I have no clue how to value properties. I understood that banks actually use appraisals as an official way to determine the value. I was like, okay, how can I understand how to do that better? I took a couple of trainings and in the end, I understood how the appraisers did their work. And that's how I really got better at that. So comps. That's the first step because equity is such an important part of every single real estate deal. So you got to use sold comps, not just actives or random, last 3 months and within a 0.5 mile radius. Same layout, same type of condition so that you really know your values. This is the backbone. This is the safety net for you. Rehab budget. Is it based on actual data and contractor bids? What about rent? Did you get that from Zillow on the internet? Or is it actually your numbers from the past plus property manager giving you their best estimates? Rent, all costs, timeline realistic. So those are all the things that you got to have in control before entering that transaction. If you have done your homework and if you have the skill set, you don't have to ask anybody. So step number 2 is to set your own rules. This is actually probably more important than anything because many people are influenced by all the noise in the society. Have a conversation with yourself, determine what your cash on cash requirement is. What about your cash flow? What about your equity requirements? But these are the things that I always look at as my guidelines. How much equity do I have to have built in? What's my cash flow requirement? What about cash on cash return? Meaning if I use leverage in the beginning, right? So I put 10K of my own money, 90K from the bank. So what if my property, the net cash flow is 1,000 every year? So then basically I have a 10% cash on cash return. So vacancy, what's that number? That's really important when it comes to rentals. And then the 10-year test. This is what I ask myself. Do I see myself owning this property also after 10 years? So these are obviously all for rentals, which is the scope of this video today. We can talk about flips down the road, but these rules apply to rentals. So that was step number 2. So set your own rules. Make sure that you understand what's really important to you. Number 3, how I do it personally. 2, 10, 10, 10, 20. 20% is the equity every single deal has to have built in after purchase and rehab. So let's say I buy something at 200. I know that it's going to be worth 300 after it's rehabbed. So that means that I have to have only a 40K budget for the rehab. So 240 invested, I have 60K equity built in. So that's my safety buffer. This is again for rentals. So 10%. So that's my vacancy assumption for any year. 10-year rule, 10% cash on cash requirement. So every year my cash on cash requirement has to be that, and obviously positive cash flow is built into that, and 2%. So that's the appreciation, rent increase, and cost increase. Not for you to follow these or copy these, but just to give you an idea as far as what other people are using so that you can determine what's important to you. Next time you're confused, make sure that you know your numbers, acquire those skills, and then have that conversation with yourself to understand what truly matters to you. And you know in a matter of minutes whether deals make sense or not. So now, as the last step, click the link below and you can download that 3-minute test that's going to help you down the road. That's all I had today. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.